Hey, welcome to the continuation of my 100% walkthrough for Ghost of Yotei. I'm going to do commentary in this one because there's a lot of fighting. And we're going to go through all the bounties in the first region, the Yotei Grasslands. There's 6 to collect, and the game there's 31 for the Master Bounty Hunter trophy. But we're going to do the first 6 in the first region. So we're going to start off with the first one off the board, Smiling Yoshitomo. Doesn't matter which one in order you do, but I'm going to give you some tips on how to defeat them all at this stage of the game of the guide. So all you need to do is on the map screen down the bottom left, select the bounty. It'll mark on your map automatically, and just swipe up on the touchpad and follow the wind. That's all you need to do. If you run out of white flowers there, you'll run faster, but just swipe up, follow the wind, and we'll skip to the destination we marked on the map here. So you'll come across a river, follow the river to the waterfall, and this is the first location we're going to take on. Now, taking on these bounties at this stage of the walkthrough, I'm going to provide some tips which will hopefully get you through these stages. If you find it's too difficult, you can either skip to the next step in the guide and come back later, because it doesn't matter when you do it, or you can change the difficulty to the easiest. I'm currently playing on medium because there's no trophy related for difficulty setting. So just to expedite these guides quicker, I'll just be playing on medium because it doesn't affect trophies at all what you pick for your difficulty. Now there'll be intermittent commentary, especially when there's going to be the fight scene, where it'll give you the tips and the best ways on how to defeat them. There's nothing special about this first guy, the Smiling Yoshitomo.
Ah, you are a bounty hunter. You should know. Many have tried to cut down Smiling Yoshitomo. He's not someone to underestimate.
You seem to know a lot about this Smiling Yoshinaka.
Smiling Yoshitomo.
My mistake. If you're so worried, why come to this camp?
To warn you. He's a dangerous man.
All his victims are defenseless travelers. Sounds more like a coward.
I am not a coward. I am a deadly killer, and you should show some respect.
Now with Smiling Yoshitomo, there's not much of a tactic he does, so all you need to do for this first guy is just break his guard. So just keep parrying and dodging the red dots and parrying with the block with any attacks he does, and see that white bar above his health? That'll go up, and when he gets full, that's when you break his guard, and that's when you can unleash on him. So that's all you need to do for Smiling Yoshitomo. And as I mentioned, there'll be intermittent commentary for each of the fights and some tips. For those who don't like parrying or not good at it, this is the point where you really want to practice it on this guy to get used to it, because it's going to make it a lot easier further in the game. So learn your parries with the block, because that builds up their break bar up the top. Now don't forget to loot the bodies for the rewards, and then fast travel back to the bounty board to collect your reward, and then we'll move on to the next bounty.
Keep this up, and I might have a bounty or two reserved for skilled hunters only. Could make us both a lot of money.
What kind of bounty are we talking about?
Oh, you know. The deadly kind.
Clan Eguchi. I know that name. They made a lot of enemies in the south.
You're not of Clan Eguchi. You're here for my bounty.
That's right.
Okay, with Crow Genzo, same thing, build up his break bar up the top there, the white bar above his health bar. When he gets full, then you can unleash on him. But all we're doing here again is just blocking, using the block to parry, especially when you see the blue dots, just block. When you see a red dot, that's when you want to dodge. So when you see this yellow glint, you definitely want to dodge that as well, because if you get hit by that, your sword will go flying and you have to go pick it up off the ground. Now, one thing you want to do as well is when he switches to the spear, then you want to switch to the dual blades, which is what we obtained in the previous step, in the previous video guide, because the dual blades is a lot better against spear enemies. The sword is good against swordsmen, and when you see a spearman, just hold down that right trigger and select the dual wield, so you can toggle between the two weapons. So once you've defeated Crow Genzo, then there's going to be another thing where you obtain a new item, and I'll explain how to use that item to make the fight a lot quicker with the new round that will be after this fight here. So now that we've defeated the Crow, collected whatever loot, so don't forget after this battle to always collect off the loot of the main guy. So now these guys will turn up and you're going to learn a new ranged attack. It's like a powder smoke bomb you can throw in their face. So it'll give you a hint here anyway, and it's a blinding powder. So all you need to do here is just keep using your blinding powder and basically throw it in their face and quickly retaliate while they're staggered from that powder, and that's going to make the fight a lot quicker. See this guy with the spear using the dual wield katana, which we got from the previous video guide with our walkthrough to get the 100% platinum for all trophy achievements. So just keep using the powder. If you want to reserve it, you probably don't even need to use it at all, but just to show you, it does make it a lot quicker. Any swords you find in the ground during the battle, you can always pick them up and throw it at them. That does a lot of damage, and in most cases it might even kill them for the weaker enemies. Now when you do come across an altar of reflection, which I'll show throughout my walkthrough, but don't worry, before we move on to the next region, I'll add some videos to show you the locations of all of them, and I'll mark which ones were included in the walkthrough. But select whatever that suits your playstyle. I'm going to go for the roll where you can do a dodge roll on the ground. So just pick whatever suits your playstyle though. And now we're going to move on to the next bounty. So fast travel back to the bounty guy, Korojumo, but make sure you pick up the rewards from the main guy. And this guy is going to give you a new hat.
Here's your reward.
Okay, now we're going to take on Black Powder Ippei. So you'll come across this battle happening here where there's a cannon firing from the distance here. So all we're going to do is take out those guys up the top there. The big guy with the mask is the bounty we're after. So some tips with this area here, you'll see these exploding barrels around, and there's actually a weapon there you can pick up as well, apart from ones that may drop from the enemies. You can throw sake in their face to stagger them a bit. See how I hit the barrel and then quickly roll away with this skill I just unlocked from the previous step in this guide. And you can hit those barrels, roll away, and they'll explode, and a lot of those enemies caught on fire. So there's only a few left now. So what we're going to do is see that big guy there with the axe and the mask, that's Black Powder Ippei. Alright, so all you need to do now is just dwindle these guys out of the way and then take on Black Powder Ippei. But yeah, for the tip for this area, hit those barrels and then dodge roll away, and a lot of them catch on fire. All the weaker enemies will most likely die, and that'll just leave you to take on Black Powder Ippei on his own. See that weapon on the wall there? I'm trying to grab that, so you just press the right trigger and square to throw, and that staggers him a lot. If you're close enough, you would have been able to get in a lot of hits on him. So there we go, staggered again, and he's done. again, always don't forget to loot and then fast travel back to the bounty board to collect the reward.
Here's your payment.
To me!
Next up, we're going to take on the 3 terrors, so just head to the marker on the map and follow the river and head up this trail. Again, just swipe up on the touchpad and follow the wind and you'll get to this location here. There's a guy there you can talk to, he'll just talk about the guys in the cave. So we're going to head straight on in. So there's 3 of them in different spots in this cave, and it's the bigger guy with the big round sort of ornament shape on his hat. They're the main one out of the 3 terrors. So I'm going to stealth kill as many as I can, and then we can take on each of the terrors on their own, which will make it a lot easier. So that's the tactic for this area. I'll show you the best stealth route to take out the minions and then take on the big guys. So you'll see what I'll do here. I'm going to be picking up items to throw at them. I'm going to be doing a lot of assassination attempts.
My patrol dead. All because of us. I'll drink to that.
Now the last terror is at the back of the cave outside at the other entrance, and I've got a spear, so always remember where you can pick up spears. You don't have to necessarily use them if you can use a stealth kill, so that way you can run back and grab a spear and come back here. So I'm going to take out the guy at the back because he does some sort of chant and does some sort of buffs with nearby enemies, and we don't want that. So I've taken him out so he can't yell out his chants and buff these two. And now we can just concentrate on these two. I'll take this guy out of the way, so that way I can just concentrate on the 3rd terror.
snake. I kill you, I gain a reputation.
The three terrors are no more.
During the bounty collections for the Yotei Grasslands, at some point when you've done enough, Gijuro is going to talk to you about Soma, and that'll be the 6th bounty that'll unlock for the area, and there's 5 on the board that we collected that we've sort of done up to this point. Now, I won't do Soma yet, I'll leave him till last. Now, the next one we're going to take on is Bone Crusher. So now that we've got Bone Crusher from the board, so that you'll probably get a prompt about going to your home again to work on the forge, but we're just going to work on the bounty here. So Bone Crusher, he's down here, he's marked on the map now that we got him off the board, and there's a fort. He's actually in this fort you can liberate. So it's up to you how you want to play. You can take out the whole camp first and then go in and take on Bone Crusher. Otherwise, just to expedite this guide and give you a tip on what works for the fight with this boss, because there's a certain phases that happens with this fight, and that's going to make it a lot easier, hopefully for you. And we'll jump down here and we'll go straight into the compound at the center through this gap here, or there's a grappling hook at the other end if you want to do it that way. But coming through this way, I'll show you why it's better, because you can actually go up this thing here, this wagon, up onto the roof. When you're above eye level, they don't seem to see you. So you can assassinate this guy. There's a good chance they'll drop their weapons when you do that. So grab the weapon and just throw it at the main guy. I mean, you can try and take out the little minions if you like, but I'm going to just skip to the next phase by just taking on the main guy. So basically there's a weapon here. There's 2 at the other opposite end on the wall there, either side of the steps, and there's one against the tent to the side there. So just throw all of those weapons at the big guy, Bone Crusher, and that'll just skip to the next phase. So there's one more over here. So I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 all up. So Bone Crusher, you can just hit him now, he's down. So you'll get to this stage now where you got to do a standoff. So what you can do, what I found is when you do the standoff and take on this wave of men that come along, they'll try and heal Bone Crusher as well. So sort of fight near Bone Crusher, or else they'll try and heal him and he'll have to get up off the ground. Then you're going to fight him again and the minions. But like I said, wait for the cutscene, and what you can do is do the standoff here. Now if you do die, which I did, it's a good thing because all the weapons are respawned again. So what I'm going to do is run around and grab all those weapons, and now we can use it on the wave of men that come along. So all I'm doing now is just taking out these guys. There's going to be a whole wave of them, so I won't bore you too much because you're just going to be doing combat with them. So now you've got all these weapons up the wall, you're going to take a lot of them out with those weapons. So take them all out, and then we can take on the Bone Crusher. He actually got up, someone healed him, but we'll take him down. Like I said, this is on medium because there's no trophy related for difficulty, so just to expedite the guides for you, we're just going to play on medium. So there we go, Bone Crusher's down. I'm going to take on the last bounty, Soma. Now this compound is counted as one of the trophies for the living trophy when you liberate 22 camps in the game, and Saito compound is one of them. And also there is a altar here as well, which when you find enough to get that trophy as well. Liberating this fort, if it's got an altar, you'll be teleported to it automatically after liberating the camp, and you can pray at it by swiping it down on the touchpad, and pick a skill. I probably should do more research here, but in the previous step you definitely want the dodge roll. That really helps a lot. So I'm just going to pick the katana, I guess, but it's up to you with your playstyle. Now the one that Korojimo gave you at the message board, Soma the Condemed. So head to this point now, it'll now be marked on your map. So just follow the wind and you'll get to this point here. There's a cave. Now the door's locked, you can interact with it and you think it's a dead end, you might have to find an alternate way in, but no. All you need to do is first examine it, and after that you just need to swipe left on the touchpad and you'll automatically have a song there already, and that's the song you play, and that's going to unlock the door because Soma apparently is a musician. He's playing inside there, he likes what you're playing I guess, and he unlocks the door. So just proceed through where I go now. I'm going to take on Soma and I'll tell you how to beat him.
Can't be far now.
Now with Soma the Condemed, all you need to do is wait for him to come to you. Wait for him to do his moves, and all you need to do is just block. Just concentrating on block, and when he's finished his combo, that's when you attack him. And that's going to break him a lot of the times. You're building up that break power again up the top. So just concentrating on blocking with the parries with your block, and just concentrate when you see a red dot to dodge. Everything else, just wait for him to come to you, and just keep blocking. That's all you need to do. Don't go up to him and start attacking with combos. You'll probably get hit with one of his crazy combos. So just always wait for him to come to you, block all his attacks. If it's red, dodge, but when he's finished doing that, make the move. You can throw that powder in his face we got from the previous step. If he does switch to his spear that he's got on his back there, switch to the dual katanas. And that's it for the bounties. So like I said, there are 5 bounties on the board to collect, and then there's going to be a 6th one given to you by the bounty Korojimo sitting next to the board. See, he switched to his spear now, so he used the dual katanas that we got in the previous guide. So yeah, when you collect all 31 bounties in the game, that's gonna unlock the Master Bounty Hunter trophy. But right now, through my walkthrough, we're just concentrating on the first region, the Yotei Grasslands, to get that platinum walkthrough for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the new army you get too, by the way, from unlocking the doing all the bounties in the Yotei region. But hey, thanks for watching, and really hope to see you all next time.
Soma is no more.
Was his song as beautiful as they say?
It was. It just came at too high a cost.